हेलो एवरीवन, गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। डिस्कस करते हैं द हिंदू एडिटोरियल एनालिसिस। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। द पेनफुल क्वेश्चंस फॉर नाटो। पेनफुल यहाँ पे एडजेक्टिव है और क्वेश्चन नाउन है। द पेनफुल क्वेश्चंस फॉर नाटो एंड द EU एज ट्रम्प थ्रेटन्स ग्रीनलैंड। थ्रेटन्स का मतलब होता है धमकी देना। नेक्स्ट, on Tuesday, the so-called coalition of the willing, largely made up of European leaders, met in Paris with envoys of US President Donald Trump to try to make further progress. To try to make further मतलब आगे, progress on a sustainable peace deal for Ukraine. With Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky insisting a plan to end the war with Russia is 90% of the way there. No one in that room wanted, कोई नहीं चाहते थे, to जियोपाडाइज का मतलब होता है किसी चीज को डैमेज करना। No one in that room wanted to jeopardize keeping the Americans on board. But there was an immense Greenland-shaped elephant. In that grand and glittering Paris meeting. Greenland is the world's biggest island. Greenland is the world's biggest island. It is 6 times the size of Germany. जर्मनी का 6 times है. It lies in the Arctic, but it is an autonomous territory of Denmark. And Donald Trump insists he wants it, needs it for US national security. Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen was at the Paris meeting. She is a key EU ally, ally मतलब दोस्त, friend of many of the leaders attending, a key NATO ally of the United Kingdom. None of those countries want to risk antagonizing Donald Trump. Antagonizing का मतलब होता है किसी को गुस्सा दिलाना. None of those countries want to risk antagonizing Donald Trump, but with the political temperature rising in Washington and in Copenhagen, 6 big European powers, including the UK, France, and Germany, issued a joint statement on the sidelines of the Ukraine talks. They said that security in the Arctic should be achieved collectively, together with NATO allies, including the United States, and that it was for Denmark and Greenland alone to decide on matters concerning Denmark and Greenland. But was that really enough to contain Trump's ambitions? The answer came within hours. The answer came within hours no. The White House released its own statement that it is discussing a range of options to acquire Greenland, all of them unilateral, including buying the island. Chillingly, for Europe's leader, the White House communique delivered by Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that utilizing the US military is always an option at the commander in chief's disposal. Now, this is far from the first time that Trump has expressed his intention. Trump has expressed his intention to take Greenland, but especially in his first term as president, many in Europe behind closed doors made fun of the idea. But after the Trump administration's controversial military intervention in Venezuela at the weekend, no one is laughing anymore.